I just want to show a nice little video on how my jujube is doing. So here you can see the graft of the jujube, Redlands Jujube. And these are huge. These are very large. They're the size of a golf ball. They work out great. Nice size. Definitely not ripe. I had to thin it down. I removed half of these jujubes from this branch because it was being weighed down by so many fruit. I mean, here there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 from one little set. Here's another one and another one. So I have 17 from this one little branch that grew this year from my graft. There is one branch with some tertiary branches coming off to the side, which is nice. And look at how many more. This is the Redland. It's huge, man alive. It's a good variety. I'm trying to thin these down. The chickens are loving it because I don't want all of this weight to pull this branch off. I want it to survive, and it's resting on this metal that's coming here because there's so much freaking weight on it. It's great. But right next to it, I have these little guys. These were just barely pollinated. They'll be ready in October. Here are some other little ones. Look at those little flowers that have started to take seed and they're starting to turn into fruit. That's a good indication. And then I have these. They're growing. And then I have these that are ripe. So I'm just picking these off. And look at that coloring. This is the perfect time, I think, to be able to eat it. Tastes like a nice little caramel, crisp apple here. There we go. Man, it is so sweet. It's good. It's not very juicy. I'm squeezing it, no juice coming out. It's kind of like flavored, as one of my friends described it, styrofoam. It's not as dry or bland as styrofoam. Really good flavor. Ooh, man, it's so good. All right, I love this variety. So far, eating these green, the Redlands, they are not good at all. Don't eat them like this. You will wonder what on earth you did with your life. Whereas these, when they are more brown, they taste so much better. Good flavor. Good taste. It'll focus on them. There it goes. So I'm gonna just pick it. Look at all of these little guys that are growing. All these little guys that are growing. This tree is about 15 feet high. It's not very wide, but I mean, look at that. This right there, that is an abnormality. In the upper left-hand corner, that is the size of the regular jujube. Down here in the middle of the screen, that jujube is random and it tastes so good. I don't know why I get these random big ones, but man, the variation is great. And then look at that, I have a freaking nest. I don't know what bird is in it, but it's nesting right here. It is great. Here's another example. Bigger jujube next to the regular sized one. This is larger than the cherry, but I like to pick them. Sorry, I'm eating one. I like to pick them when they start to turn brown or they're fully brown. When they start to shrivel up, I'll just let them dry all the way up, take them in the house and eat them over the next couple of months because I like them. They're like a nice little caramelized fruit that's in the back. There's another one. So I have a bunch of these. I'm gonna take them and give them to my students. See, this is not going to be as crisp. It kind of gives a little bit. You can see there, which is fine. And it still has good flavor, but it's not crisp like an apple when it's at this stage. Some people like it only at this stage or later because it's sweeter. But I just don't like the consistency as much. I'll still eat it because I love these things, but I try to eat them when they are firm. All right, there's a bunch more that I'm gonna go and pick. Not right now, but I thought I'd give all of you an update on how the jujube's doing. how it's going. This tree is doing excellent. Just on the top of the hill there, that one, the Shaanxi Li, is not doing so hot. I don't know why it's not producing good sized fruit and growing, but I'll get it figured out and amend it. We'll fix it by this next year. All right, I hope that info is beneficial for you, and happy growing fruit.